Welcome to Lock15 Brewing Company and the first virtual Kent Craft Beer Fest. Lock15 entered the craft brew scene after opening their brew house and restaurant in August of 2018. Lock15 employs a 7-barrel brew house behind glass and an open expo-style kitchen which invites its guests to have a full view of all of our operations. Year-round and seasonal brews, along with a chef-driven seasonal menu, make Lock15 a destination that should not be missed. Take out, dine in, or dine on our patio just steps away from Cascade Locks Park along the Ohio Erie Canal and the Towpath Bike and Hike Trail. Lock15 strives to embrace Akron's rich history and diversity and create a family environment suited for beer drinkers and future beer drinkers. Lock15 Brewing Company is located at Lock number 15 along the Ohio Erie Canal. Joseph and Sarah Mustill immigrated from England in the 1830s and were the first to occupy this area when they set up shop and opened a general store and butcher shop nearly 10 years later. This store would be the busiest in Akron for nearly 40 years, catering to the needs of folks traveling the canal. Lock15 is situated at the end of a series of locks called the Cascade Locks. This series of locks was virtually a staircase for canal boats hauling goods, people, and cargo along the canal. This staircase requires about 40 minutes for each lock, as one by one the gates would open and close and water either flooded in or out to raise or lower each boat. Because of the hilly nature of the area surrounding these locks, this is one of the reasons that Akron became a city to begin with. As people's travels were slowed by the Cascade Locks, more and more commerce began to occur, and the Mustill store at Lock15 began to flourish. Lock15 embraces the history of Akron and shares a little bit of that history with each brew. The two beers that we present to you for this virtual festival are both examples of this practice. So the Old Brick Orange Cream is a traditional German Hefeweizen, and it is flavored with orange and vanilla. So you have a German Hefeweizen yeast, which gives you kind of the traditional notes of banana and clove, and then we add into that a little bit of that orange and vanilla flavor. It's a really delicious beer. The name Old Brick comes from Hale Farm and Village. John Hale started Hale Farm in 1810, about 1810, and the house that he built for his family was nicknamed Old Brick because of the shape of the building and the nature of the windows and the brick that was used for the construction. So, great beer, and I think this is one that we change seasonally. We change the flavor on, but has been a staple for us since we opened. And now I give you a brief interlude of running water down the canal because it's a very cool shot from my drone. So this is our Killer Fog New England Hazy IPA. Amarilla and Huel melon hops give this beer its flavor, tropical notes, a little pineapple, a little citrus. The haziness from these IPAs come from the oats and the yeast that's used to brew the beer. This is one of our flagship beers. It's one of our best sellers. The name Killer Fog comes from in 1826, the Irish settlers were some of the first settlers that were here in Akron, Ohio, building the canal. Came down with a horrible plague, and many of them died, and it was really kind of devastating to the economy of Akron at that time. They had to dredge 9 feet out of Summit Lake by hand, and they dug the canal, the Ohio Erie Canal by hand, and it was largely from this Irish immigrant settlement. And we wanted to pay homage to that with this beer. So the Killer Fog IPA, New England Hazy IPA. We thank you for joining us today and look forward to seeing you at the corner of North and Howard Street in downtown Akron, Ohio at Lock 15 Brewing Company.